welcome back to another 30-minute runner-specific Pilates session. As with all of these workouts, you've probably guessed, you just need yourself and a mat or a towel or something soft to lie on, and that is basically it. If you've got any injuries or niggles or any of these exercises don't feel right, please sit them out, adapt them as necessary, pause the workout, take longer rests as you need. As these workouts have progressed, they have got a little bit more challenging, so if you need to kind of go back a few and just build up your strength, that is totally fine, and please feel free to do so. But otherwise, we are going to jump straight in. So I want you to take your Pilates stance, that's feet hip width apart, tucking that tailbone under, and we're scooping the lower abdominals to the spine. Now to start with, I just want you to focus on that Pilates breath. So perhaps one hand just below the chest bone so you can feel your ribcage expanding, and one on your lower abdominal, so we're scooping it to the spine. I'm just going to inhale, expand through the ribcage, and then exhale through the mouth. Good. Still keeping the stomach muscles engaged, so you should be able to feel those lower abdominals working. So we inhale and exhale. The knees are nice and soft, the weight is distributed evenly throughout the feet. And exhale, bringing those arms up above the head. I want you to just stretch over to one side, exhale, and then inhale back through the center, and exhale over to the other side, and then back through the center, dropping the hands down. Now we're going to work into our hips to begin with. I'm going to stay stood up. So I want you to take your feet wider than hip distance apart, and I want you to turn your feet out. So I really want you to think about squeezing the backs of the thighs round towards the front. So we're already engaging those glute muscles and those adductors, and we're kind of twisting everything round. And we're going to go basically into a dancer's second plie. So our knees are going out to the side, and instead of our bum going backwards, it's going downwards, and we're just going to float the arms out to the side. So we exhale, come down, try and get those knees over the toes, and then squeeze back up again. Really squeeze in those thighs, inner thigh muscles towards the front, and exhale and back in. Good work. Still squeezing the glutes and the core nice and tight. Exhale and bring it back in. Good. We've got two more here. Sending that bum down and up. Last one. I want you to hold it there. I want you to rotate round so we're nice in that lunge position. Taking the hands up above the head, and we're just going to drive that knee down to the floor, squeezing through the glutes for pulses. Last 3, 2, 1, twisting back into that plie position, and then over to the other side, twisting my socks around, and then just drive that knee down towards the mat. So we're testing our balance and control here. Breathe, core nice and tight. Last 3, 2, 1, back through the center, and then squeeze to come back up, and just bring those feet back in. And then finally, we're just going to do some calf raises here. So I just want you to pulling up nice and tall out of the hips. We're just going to lift up and control back down. Good work. Really keep the core nice and tight. We're going through the feet. We're warming up the calves, helping those ankle stability. Good. Deep breaths. Lifting up. Good. We've got another 5 more here. Nice and slow and controlled down. Good. 3 more. Last 2. And last one. Lifting right up and then controlling back down. Good work. Coming down onto the mat, we're going to start on our bum with our feet flat on the floor, and our knees are up to the ceiling, and we've got a really nice flat back. We're going to start hugging the backs of our thighs. We're going to scoop the lower abdominals to our spine and just round, taking in our C curve to where we can control, keeping the knees parallel, feet flat on the floor, and then exhale to come up to a nice flat back. Good. And inhale, scoop. And exhale to lift up. And lift. And come back up. On this next one, we're going to take the arms just above the knees. So we take it back and back to that nice flat back. And scoop. See if you can take it a little bit further. And again, shoulders down. Keeping the knees parallel. Now this time we're going to go back with a straight back, so just a slight inch back, taking the arms above the head, exhale, bring back above the knees, and then sit up again. So it's just a slight movement, you'll really feel it when you take the arms above the head. Last two. Exhale, feel that through the thoracic spine. And last one. And back. And coming up, sitting nice and tall. Now we're going to go back into our rounded spine, but the hands are still hovering above the knees. So we take them back, we scoop round through the spine, and then I want you to open up, exhale through the left arm, and then back up nice and tall, and round, scoop, exhale as we rotate to the right, and then back. Just one more of these each side. Exhale as we rotate. Inhale back up, nice and tall, and exhale. And inhale back up. Feet extended, and then we're rolling down the spine. One vertebrae at a time. Hands are coming above the head. And then down onto the mat. Bring those knees up towards the chest, and then just gently rock from side to side to massage that spine. And then take them up into that tabletop position. Hands by the side, lift the head, neck and shoulders, and we are pulsing in through the nose. And exhale. Good. And inhale. And exhale. If this ever feels too much on your neck, please feel free to put just one hand behind the head and you can switch over. We are almost there. Last 10 seconds. Inhale. And exhale. That's 3, 2, 1. And relax. Hug the knees to the chest. And then just rock from side to side, and then gently rocking over right onto this side. So we are on our forearm, and we've got our knees bent in a 90-degree angle, so our shins are level with that mat, and we are up on our forearm, and we're just trying not to sink into it. We want to be nice and strong, lifting up through here. Now, front arm can be on your hip, can be on the mat, it is completely up to you. But we're just going to start by lifting that leg up and back down. Good. So the hips are still stacked, and we just lift, hover above the underneath leg and back in. Good. Remembering to breathe. These start so innocent, they barely hurt, and then you get a few in and your glute is screaming at you. So hopefully we're not quite there yet. I can feel the burn creeping up. Good, keep the core nice and engaged. Good, we've got 3 more here. Last 2. We're going to hold it up on this one, and then we're going to extend the leg in line with the body and hover back. So you do kind of feel like you're extending it behind, Still lifting up out the shoulder and back in. Lengthen that leg, draw back in. Core engaged. Good. We've got 2 more here. And you probably guessed it, we're gonna hold it out on this next one. Deep breaths, and then pulse that leg. Breathe, still lifting up out the shoulder, really working to these obliques. Last 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and bring that leg back in. Good work. Shuffle the feet back so they're in line with the bum and the knees are still bent up forwards. We are still on our forearm and we're just going to take our clams. So we're taking the knee out towards the side and back in, not letting that hip burn. Rotate round, keeping it nice and stacked. Good. Take it up and control back down. Breathe. Exhale as we rotate. Inhale to come back in. We are going to leave the knee here and then extend that leg. Bring it back in. Draw the knee back down. Good. Exhale. In and down. You should really feel it in this glute area, and we're still lifting up out this shoulder. Take it up. We've got 3 more here. Keep with me. Last 2. And last one. Finally, just to really finish off our glutes, I want you to lift the feet and then we go straight into our clams with our feet raised, slightly quicker tempo. We've got 5 more. Last 3, 2, 1, and relax back down. Coming right down with our head in our hand, I want you to take that right leg over and extend the underneath leg. We're going to get straight into our abductors. So we're driving that leg up and control back down. Good. And in. Breathe, exhale. Inhale to come back down. We are going to hold it up, so drive that underneath leg up towards the ceiling, core tight. Pilates shakers here. Last 3, 2, 1, and relax that leg back down. Coming on to our front, take a nice back extension there, and then take yourself right back so the bum is with the feet and the knees are nice and wide, and just walk those hands forward. Head onto the mat. Take a big inhale and exhale. And then slowly walk the hands in. And we are switching round sides. So again, we are up on our forearm and we've got our knees bent up, shins in line with that mat in a 90-degree angle here. Front arm is up to you, and we're just taking that leg up and control down. Lifting up out the shoulder, keep the core nice and tight. Just hovering that leg. Good. Remembering to breathe. Really squeeze the core nice and tight. It's good. Lifting up out that shoulder. Good. Last few here before we add the extension. We've got 2 more here. And back down. Good. Take it back up. Kick that leg out. And then hover it back in. Breathe, lifting up out of those hips, lifting up from our waist. Lengthen the leg. Good work. We have got 2 more here. Before we add our pulse, if you remember. Last one, and pulse. Breathe, still lifting up out the shoulder. Last 7 seconds. Last 3, 2, 1, and relax that leg back down. Send the feet back in line with the bum and the knees are still bent out, and we're just going into our plans. So we're still lifting up out of the shoulder. We're just taking a knee out to the side, keeping the hips stacked. And again, please lift out the shoulder. I don't need to sit into it like this. It's not good for our shoulders. So just be aware of that. And just take that knee out to the side and back in. Stomach muscles nice and tight and engaged. Good. Remember to breathe. We've got 2 more here before we add the leg extension. Last one. Now we take it back out, extend the leg, bring the foot back in and down. Good. Really squeeze, lift up out of the hips. As always, it might feel tighter on one side than the other, or one side might feel really strong. This side definitely does not for me. Good. We've got 3 more here. Last 2, core tight, lifting up out the shoulder still. Last one. And down. Quick pause and then lift the feet and then straight into our clams with raised feet. We've got 10. Last 5. 3. Glutes are burning. 2. Last 1. And relax back down. Take the head in the hands, cross over that left leg, so you've got a nice stretch here, and then extend that underneath leg, and we are driving up and control back down. Good. Driving the adductor up towards the ceiling and down. Also feel like you're lengthening, pressing the body away with that nice flex foot, pressing the leg away, sorry. Good. Lift and extend and control down. Core nice and tight. We've got 2 more and then we're going to hold. Good. Getting ready to hold on this next one. So really drive the leg up, 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 up. Breathe. Deep breaths. Ignore the shake. Last 3, 2, and relax that leg back down. Good work, rolling back onto our backs and just hug the knees to the chest. We're going to take them over to that left side, looking over the right arm. Feel that nice stretch down the glutes. Exhale. And then carefully back through the centre and over to the right side. Looking over that left arm. Rotate. Feel the nice stretch. Big inhale and exhale. And then coming back up through the centre. We're going to bring the legs back up into that tabletop position. And we are actually going to take our knees over to the side again, but not that far. So legs together, hands on the side for support, and we're just going to get into our obliques, just lifting that hip just off the mat, and then controlling the legs back through the centre, and exhale over to the other side. Really squeeze the core, your obliques nice and tight, and back. Exhale as we twist. Inhale back through the centre. Exhale. One more each side. And last one. Nice and controlled. And then back through the centre. Again, just hugging the knees nice and tight to the chest and just rocking from side to side, and then extending the legs out underneath us, nice and long, and the hands are coming behind the head. Leaving the legs extended, we're going to bring the right leg up into tabletop as we bring the right leg up. So we're going to come up and extend down. Good. Exhale as we're coming up, leaving that left leg straight underneath us, and inhale to come down. Keep the elbows right out to the side. Really imprint the middle of the spine into the mat. And back down. We're going to add a rotation. So as the knee comes up, the left elbow is driving towards the knee. So we exhale and then extend. Good. Inhale to come down. Really drive that elbow up towards the knee. We've got two more here. And going for our last one. And control back down. We're going to go straight over to the left side. So the left leg is coming up, and we're going to go straight up rather than the rotation. So we exhale, lifting up into that tabletop. Make sure that back is flat on the mat, and inhale to come down. Good. Exhale to lift, and inhale, extend. We've got two more here. And last one before we add that rotation, driving the right elbow up towards the knee. So we exhale, really rotate around, inhale to come down. Good, really nice and slow. Slowing it down. We've got two more here. And last one, exhale. Finish it, extend, and then draw both knees up towards the chest and just gently rock from side to side. We're going to go back into basically that, what we're doing our bicycles. So it's opposite arms, elbows to knee coming up, but we're taking it nice and slow, so not quite as quick as you do it in the gym. So lifting the head, neck and shoulders, hands behind the head. We're going to extend, driving that right elbow to the left knee, and then exhale, twist, breathing out as we twist, nice and slowly, nice and controlled. One more each side. Last one. And then relax back down, hugging the knees to the chest and just rock from side to side. Pop the feet back down and the knees up towards the ceiling, and we're going to go into some glute bridges to just stretch out those hip flexors as well. So tucking the tailbone under, scooping the stomach muscles to the spine, weight through the shoulders. We're just going to roll up one vertebrae at a time. Hips nice and high, squeeze at the top. And then slowly rolling back down, one vertebrae at a time. Good, and back up. Breathe, exhale as we lift. And then inhale as we roll back down. Really take it nice and slow, one vertebrae at a time. This next one, we're going to hold it at the top of the glute bridge. Exhale. And then take the knees together, which feels slightly strange. And then just take them a little bit further, then hip distance apart. Back in. Still keeping those feet flat on the floor. Drive it out. Breathe. Keep squeezing the core nice and tight. Good, we've got two more here. Last one. Back into the center, and then slowly rolling back down, one vertebrae at a time. Lifting one leg into tabletop and then the other, lifting the head, neck and shoulders off the mat, and we are pulsing the hands. Inhaling through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Deep breaths. Good, keep that core nice and tight, scoop to the spine. Breathe. In 2 seconds, we're going to extend the legs. Good, deep breaths. Keep that core nice and scooped, back flat. Inhale and exhale. We've got 10 seconds left. It's our last exercise. Deep breaths. That's 3, 2, 1, and relax. Hug those knees to the chest and just rock from side to side. Massage the lower spine, taking the knees over to one side again and just looking over that right arm. Exhale and just breathe into that stretch. And then back through the center, nice and controlled, and over to the other side, looking over that left arm. Inhale and exhale. And then slowly back through the center. Taking hold of the backs of the legs, we're just going to rock forwards and backwards to bring ourselves to seated. Crossing the legs, hands by the side. We're just going to lift one arm over. Stretch to that side, keep the arm right near the ear. Exhale. Inhale, back through the center, and exhale. Over to the other side. Just one more each side. And our last one. And back through the center, and we are all done for today's workout. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope I'll see you on another one soon.